Hi, this is Amade from over in the McDonough branch, and today I'll be doing a book talk on After Alice by Gregory Maguire as part of our summer reading program, Imagine Your Story. After Alice falls down the rabbit hole in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, she briefly forgets who she is and starts thinking about all of the children who she knows she isn't. She says to herself, "I'm sure I'm not Ada, for her hair goes in such long ringlets, and mine doesn't go in ringlets at all." After Alice follows the story of Ada, who is one of Alice's neighbors and considers Alice to be her only friend. Ada lives with her father, her mother, and her little baby brother, who is very fussy and very colicky. Because of all of the disruptions, she gets sent down to Alice's house with a jar of marmalade as an excuse to see if she can spend some time playing with Alice and not being in the house being underfoot. She rushes out the door before her governess, Miss Armstrong, is ready, and so she escapes the clutches of her governess. She comes across Lydia, Alice's big sister, who, if you remember from Alice in Wonderland, is the one who is reading the book with no pictures that Alice found very boring. Ada also finds this book very boring, and she also hears Miss Armstrong approaching, so she hides behind the tree that Lydia is leaning against and falls down the rabbit hole as well. Her Wonderland is very different, but the same, as Alice's Wonderland. She meets the same kind of characters, but has very different interactions with them. Meanwhile, on the surface, Miss Armstrong appears, and Lydia pretends to be asleep so that she doesn't have to deal with her. However, eventually she has to pretend to wake up, and the two of them go in search of Alice and Ada, because it's Miss Armstrong's job, and it was also Lydia's job to watch Alice that day. This leads them to their own adventure around Oxford and around Alice's house to try and find Alice. Also, Alice and Lydia's father is hosting a lunch with Charles Darwin, Mr. Josiah Winter, and a small boy whom Mr. Winter has saved from slavery named Siam. The cook and the maid are there too, but no one is really concerned that Alice is missing, though Miss Armstrong is still very concerned that Ada is missing. This book is full of people imagining their story. Alice and Ada are caught in Wonderland. Lydia, who is only 15, is imagining what it might be like to be an adult, and Miss Armstrong is imagining what it might be like to form a romantic entanglement with her employer, which probably isn't going to happen. So if you're interested in seeing Wonderland from another point of view, you can always check out After Alice. It is available on Hoopla as an audiobook, or you can always put it on hold at the library and we'll let you know when it's there for you to pick up. Thanks so much, and remember, you can always imagine your story.